YouTube, Glow Yard Gang. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Cap and Crown. Of course, you already know I'm one half of Cap and Crown. It's your boy Relle. Got our guest BA on with us, taking the place of King this week. King is on vacation. Out here showing off. I don't know what's going on out here, man. Not everybody can are blessed to have a vacation. You know what I'm saying? So, but
I'm on
shout out to
vacation
King,
too,
man.
by the way.
I'm not trying to hear all these things right now, BA. Listen, y'all. So we did, like I said, man. Appreciate y'all, man, joining us for another episode. Post game, of course, y'all already know. Post game for the Hornets and the Knicks game. We talk about all things NBA related over here on this channel, man. So if you're into NBA content, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. We normally have members only on Friday mornings, but if we have a post game following a West Coast game on Thursday night, we normally have our members only post game shows on Friday mornings. So yeah, if you guys are into NBA content, follow us over here, hit that subscribe button, hit them likes for us today too, man, as we continue to try to work to build the channel up for more NBA fans like yourselves to find us, man, and join us here for these NBA conversations. All right, BA, you ready, man? Your favorite team played today, man, the Charlotte Hornets. So we're gonna talk about them today. We're gonna get into this game, man. It was a pretty interesting game. Um, so let's go ahead and get right here into these stats here, man. So check it out. Charlotte Hornets, man. You already know how we got to do. Put that in the people face. Check it out. Charlotte Hornets. So I say the New York Knicks win 119 to 104. Field goal percentage 36 of 90 for 40% for Charlotte. 42 of 88 for 48% for the Knicks. 3-point percentage 13 of 42 for the Charlotte Hornets for 31%. 12 of 38 for 32% for the Knicks. Free throws, 19 to 21 from 90% for the Charlotte Hornets. 23 or 27 for 85% for the Knicks. Rebounds was even at 44, but the Knicks won the offensive battle 13 to 12. Defensive battles won by the Charlotte Hornets 32 to 31. All right, BA. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. Go ahead and let the folks at home know, man, what was on your mind? What was your takeaway from this game tonight?
Well, the first takeaway was to see how the Knicks was going to bounce back after letting Boston beat them the night before. I was very
I thought they,
upset with.
I thought they
Say it
won
again.
that game. I'm tripping. I don't know. I
No,
thought the Knicks won
we
the game.
definitely lost that game, and it was because of Jalen Brunson. It was because of our
Oh, you're
captain.
right. You're right.
He should have threw the ball to Mikal Bridges way off than what he did to close the game out because Mikal was on a heater. So I expected Mikal to come down a little bit, and I expected Jalen Brunson to step it up a little bit this particular game because of that. And that's exactly what Jalen Brunson did. Him and Cat. I'm gonna shout out the Cat because I know it's a lot of outside noise that's evolving around the New York Knicks right now. Shout out to the homie Giannis. But Cat didn't let that phase him. And he had a very strong game tonight. Dropped 35 on them boys. From start to finish. Sometimes it's hard to get Cat started. But out the gate, we've held. I mean, the Knicks held the Charlotte Hornets to 12 points in the first quarter. They were playing very efficient basketball, moving the ball around and everything like that. They did everything we were supposed to do, and then the second quarter came, and then it changed up the thing. So I'm gonna shout out Charlotte on that one, man. They really could have just kind of tucked their tail and could have got up out of here. Nah, man, they stayed consistent. They stayed fighting. Every time we got a big lead, they found a way to scratch the way to make it competitive, I should say. Even in the fourth quarter, Melo found a heater, man. He found he was making everything for a little bit, and his team was coming along the process with him. The only problem is, well, Melo got too hot, and then he think that he can make everything. And at times I think Melo looks like. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rel, but I know you at least over, or you over 30, 35.
Oh,
In that range.
you break it up. Okay, I heard that part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember the and the one career?
I think you're breaking up, BA.
The
boys. Going in. Oh.
I saw AO all them boys.
Think we lose. Think we losing your BA. The audio going in
he
and out.
reminds me of them.
I think I heard. So if I'm not mistaken,
Point
I think you said.
LaMelo Ball. I know I'm breaking up. So
there you go. There you go. Oh,
we'll switch over to the phone. But
okay.
But he reminds me of them. I'm switching over now.
Okay. Yeah, while you doing that, I'm gonna get my takes here real quick. Look, let me start with the Knicks. I'll start with the Knicks. So the Knicks pretty well there in that first quarter. That was a question I want to ask BA. I'm gonna ask when he get back about the Knicks because he's a Knicks fan, so he can probably answer this for me. But in that first quarter, the Knicks did pretty well, especially with Karl-Anthony Towns. He came out and established and started becoming aggressive there in that first quarter. The fact that he nearly had a double-double. I think he had like 20 points and like 9 rebounds, I think, in the first quarter. He almost had a double-double automatically from the start of the game. So he definitely set the tempo for the New York Knicks early. They jumped to a 20-point lead, of course, with this aggressiveness. Jalen Brunson stepped up a little bit there, too. He wasn't the focal point or the continuously focal point of the offense today. It was definitely Karl-Anthony Towns. But a lot of guys are surrounding Karl-Anthony Towns, definitely stepped up today. Guys like McBride, he looked good there in the first quarter. A little bit there in the second quarter. I think, man, if I'm not mistaken, like I said, I'm going to have to ask BA when he gets back, but I feel like McBride didn't play in the third quarter. It might be one of them cases where I think Jalen might have played the whole entire quarter. I'm not 100% sure. But I just feel like he didn't play in the third quarter because he was hot there in the first quarter for sure. Kind of set the tempo with Cat. So we can get BA on. All right, you good, BA? All right, you good?
Yep.
There we go. All right.
All right. Bet. Don't need. Hey, baby, we working through technical difficulties here, baby. We gonna make this thing work.
Yeah, we trying, y'all. We trying. Exactly. There was somebody I was gonna ask you real quick, bro.
All right.
It was 2 questions. One, did McBride play the third quarter?
Yeah.
Okay, am I tripping? I feel like he didn't play in the third quarter. He played 34 minutes, so I guess he probably did. I feel like he didn't play in the third quarter. Either maybe he was just quiet in the third quarter because he looked good in the first 2 quarters.
He caught the onslaught of LaMelo because the LaMelo Ball onslaught started in third.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm tripping. I don't know why. I guess because like I said, he came out, especially in the first quarter, kind of establishing the game, setting the tempo of the game. Him and Cat in the first quarter. So I felt like I think it was the first and the second quarter that he started doing that. And I guess he went quiet in the third quarter because he didn't start scoring again until the fourth quarter. So completely in the third quarter, he just got quiet or whatever. I guess he just felt like he wasn't in the game or whatever. But okay, you saying he talked around LaMelo.
Shout out to Miles. Miles McBride. He has a way to kind of fall back a little bit, but he's not afraid to shoot. It's just if other people are getting it going, then he gonna fall back in a sense. But this is. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what New York wants to do. And it's better when OG is there. But Mikel been having a great statistical defensive run as of late. Steals and blocks because he's playing off ball. Playing off ball mostly. So what they want to do is they want to have like a Miles McBride, a Deuce McBride, stopping the point of attack, and then let the 2 wings, which is OG and or Mikel, to then offer help defense, move around after that, and then hopefully that will provide some type of easy access, in a sense, easy lanes for then Karl-Anthony Towns to defend, because we know you can't ask for too much from him. You cannot ask too much from him defensively. So if you can just give some pressure every now and then. But that's what they want. That's why Deuce is so important, right? It takes the pressure off of Jalen Brunson because Jalen Brunson can't do it all, as we already know, as we've seen in the playoffs. Like I said, he's not afraid to shoot, and when he's hot, he's hot. But when he's not, he'll just fall back. He'll just fall back and kind of just play team ball in a sense until it gets swung back to him, and then he'll jack it up. So pause on that. So shout out to Deuce on that one.
Another thing too is, you can tell by how many assists he had in this game. Deuce is more of a 2 guard than a point guard.
He's a 2 guard. He's not a point guard.
Yeah, he's not a point guard. And I think that was one of the knocks I had for the Knicks. The fact that they put so much on Brunson to be the facilitator. It's like you got to get somebody. I know the guy behind you not going to get, 35 minutes or nothing like that. But you want to get a serviceable guy behind Brunson that can kind of alleviate some pressure off of him when it comes to the ball handling responsibilities. McBride, like you said, McBride got a gun on him. But the dude is definitely a gunner. He can shoot. Like you said, the way you can tell when guys like him, you can tell the certain shots they take, and with the confidence that they take the shot, that they're guys like, yo, they got that mentality like I'm gonna go out here and get this bucket no matter what or whatever, right? So, but yeah, shout out to McBride, man. He looked, like I said, he looked good the first two quarters in my opinion. Josh Hart, I had a Josh Hart game. You got your 15, 8, and 8. Almost had a triple double there. Like I always tell folks, man, Josh Hart is like if you were old school Knicks, you watch the old school Knicks like me, you have the Patrick Ewing days and all that stuff. You know the John Stark days or whatever. We always tell folks, man, I think Josh Hart is one of them type of guys who would fit in that type of era of the Knicks, man, because he's a blue collar guy. He does everything for the team, man. Like he's not flashy, nothing like that. But then when you look at the stats right here, he got your 15, 8, and 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then mess around, get your triple double every once in a while or whatever, right? Because he does everything. He does the dirty work and all that stuff for the team and stuff, man. So shout out to Josh Hart. Like I said, Mikal Bridges, man, was efficient today. Listen, I know you was getting on, Cat, his interior defense and all that stuff. It looked like they had. I know it was a combination of Mikal Bridges too, because he helped inside too. But Cat and Mikal did pretty solid today on the interior, man, for the defense. There was a lot of chippy shots that was missing for the Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? A lot of putbacks, you know what I'm saying? Taking second chance opportunities, all that stuff, man. So I have to give him props on that. The defense was really solid in the first quarter, which is why I jumped to a 20-point lead. So I definitely got to give him props on that. Clarkson came in. Now Clarkson, he hit a couple of shots. It felt like Clarkson did more than what he did today. But he was somewhat quiet.
That's every game. That's every game.
You know
that's every game.
Then I look at the stats like, oh, he only had 6. I don't know. I just felt like Clarkson did a little bit more, man. But I guess that's what the impact does, man. For player, a player can bring that type of impact. That's a good thing. But I mean, yeah, like I said, I know they said that he struggled for a little bit here recently or whatever. But he gave them a little bit of something off the bench. Like I said, I felt some type of impact from the bench today because of him. So, that's what I'm gonna ask you too. They were talking about during the broadcast that the Knicks have been struggling. Well, not the broadcast, but the assistant coach brought this up for y'all. That y'all been struggling in the second quarters. Is that true?
Well, you kind of saw it today, right?
I saw it today. Yeah,
it's like they have their initial pressure, and then things get. It's a rotation at the end of the day. I truly believe Mike Brown is still trying out different things. Like, when do you play Mitchell Robinson and when don't you? You know what I'm saying? Like how much
hurt?
Time? Mitchell played. He played last game. As I was saying, so he played against Boston in a sense, right? So he didn't play tonight. He didn't play tonight, but it's just like. But it's a thought process. So now you tell me I don't have Mitchell, so I got to put Ariel Haporti in the game, which is the backup center to Mitchell in a sense. What does he give us, right? Did another failure of the offseason, and hopefully they change it around. Is Yabusele.
I knew you was gonna bring him up. I knew you was gonna bring him up. I was gonna ask you, but go ahead. Yeah.
Right. So he comes in, he gets his time, but the man can't jump 3 feet off the floor. And if his shot not working, then he just out there, in a sense, right? So it's the bench, and we gotta still pick and choose what's going on and things like that. What made it better earlier is the fact that, let's say you had OG playing, then you can sit, you can play with OG and Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart. You can stagger minutes and things like that to make the second unit or the second quarter a little bit more formidable. But OG's out, so we gotta try some different things. Josh Hart gets to start, so now the bench is really taking a hit on just being solid in a sense. So the bench at times are shaky. We're still averaging way more than what we did under Tibbs. By at least 10 to 12 points more. So they're doing what they're supposed to do. It's just injuries and rotations need to be ironed out by Mike Brown. But we still top 4 in the East. So it's not necessarily a dire issue right now, and he has time to work it out.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking at the man, y'all. That bitch was nasty, bro. Like I saw it. You only got 6 points off the bench today, bro. The starting lineup really carried y'all today, man. That's crazy. If I had showed you this, didn't show you the score or whatever, and showed you these stats, I think somebody would have been like, "Yo, what's going on with the bench? Y'all had to have lost this game, bro."
No, we had 12. We had 12 off the bench.
Oh, okay, my bad. Somebody else.
Tyler Foley. You gonna show some love to the back white boy now. Don't do that.
My bad. Yeah, hey, he came in there. Man, he had an N1-3 didn't even call. He had an N1 out there didn't even call, bro. I forgot about him. Yeah, he pretty solid coming off the bench too. Yeah, like I was waiting on you to talk about Yabusele, bro, because bro, I think he was in there for like I want to say like 2 possessions. Mike Brown was like, nah, come on. Then he ended up throwing it Porty in there, man. It was like, Yabusele, man. They be giving you opportunities, man. What is going on, bro? I'm telling you, he built off his reputation off of that Olympic run or whatever, and just ain't been the same. Because remember, he played for the Sixers, and they let him go too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I don't know. Which I got it for like 1 year, 1 year deal.
I don't know if it's 1 or 2 year deal, but at the end of the day, he can go. He can go. He can go.
He gonna be gone, bro. He gonna be gone. Man, let me talk about these Charlotte Hornets, bro.
Talk about the Charlotte.
So I remember me and King made some comments in here, man, about Lonzo Ball, and we had a person in the comment section who was killing us. Now, like you said, Lonzo did, look like he was on fire there in the fourth quarter. He was doing the right things there in the beginning of the fourth quarter. Like I said, the end of the third, going into the fourth quarter, he was doing the right things. But the knock that I've constantly had on Melo, man, over the last few years here, man, is the fact that his decision making that's the part that kills me with the decision making. There were plays in that. Shout out to Pasquale because he brought it up on Playback. There were 2 plays in that.
Yeah,
2 plays in that game. You killed them, bro. You killed the momentum. I'm like, bro, you had it. What? Like, I think they were down by what was it, 6 or something like that, or 8 or whatever.
They was definitely within striking range when he did that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm like, because it was a couple plays. One play he drove into the middle of the lane, and they was collapsing because I think y'all started playing a zone. Y'all collapsed from both ends, and he turned the ball. I'm like, what are you doing? Then it was one, bro, the 3 he shot at the top of the key.
But they was loving him when he was making it just a play or 2 ago. So you gotta take the good and the bad with Melo. It's just the fact that sometimes the bad outweighs the good, in a sense, right? When he down there got the and 1 and stuff like that, he was like, "Yo, Melo was just about to take this thing over." That's why I'm putting in the chat like, "Yo, God, like, yo, what the hell? Like, what am I watching right now?" You feel me? So, Melo honestly wasn't the reason why he lost this game, in my opinion.
What? No. Well, one of the reasons why they couldn't hit shots from the outside. And look at the numbers right here, man. Melo got 34, but really nobody else showed up. You know what I'm saying? Even Khan kind of struggled today. He's normally a 50-40, 90-50-40 guy. He shot, 5 for 16 from the field or whatever. He looked a little quiet today. Now, he struggled against y'all the last time y'all played. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I got his number. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But there was moments like I don't know why Colin Sexton only had 9 minutes. I think I said that on Playback. I think he should have got more minutes because it looked like Colin played more in control for Charlotte than what Melo did at certain points. Like you said, he did get hot in the fourth quarter there, but towards the end of the fourth quarter when y'all was in striking distance, man, and we needed you to be that guy to make the right decisions during that drive, he didn't do it. I'm just like, Melo, like what 2 possessions in a row, you cost him. Then y'all went back on that run. I think y'all ended up I think y'all were damn near by 20 again after he done that. I'm like, Melo, you killing your momentum on your team right there. That's when the coach, when he called that timeout, you should have been telling him, like, yo, bro, calm down. As a matter of fact, there were 2 buckets in a row where they played a 2-man game between him and Con Knuppel. And I'm thinking like, oh, okay. That was when I was like, oh, they might be it. That's why I sent you a little eyeball. I say, but BA, the little eyeballs. And then as soon as I sent that turnover, I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Then y'all went down and scored, came back down. That's when he did that step. No, he did the step back 3 first. And then the second one when he tried to drive to the middle. And then when y'all collapsed on him in the middle, he ended up turning the ball over, fast break the other way. And I'm just like, Melo, come on, bro. That's what we talking about with you, man. It's some of your decision making. It's some of your shot selections, bro. You're doing it at the wrong time. Y'all in striking distance. That's when you got to control the game a little bit better, man. You got to have.
No, but
go ahead. No, go ahead.
So, and I'm sorry I got cut off early. And this is what I was making my comparison to when I brought up the and one dude.
Yeah.
This is what people was fearing that was going to come into the league. You just want to have great moments, but it's erratic. It's not necessarily a structured NBA basketball in a sense, and that's what Melo is in a nutshell, man. Like he's flashy. He can get hot, but then you look at that percentage trash. When you look at his overall gameplay, like you're making turnovers at the wrong time, ill-advised shots, and all those things you love about him is the same things that you hate about him in a sense, right? So that's what I was making that comparison for. Like that's what people didn't want to see. That's why I want to shout out to Ray for Austin so much, because he was one of those and one dudes that came in and played structured basketball in a sense, right? So, and I know it's a different time frame. Some of y'all might got to Google those names I just brought out in a sense. But at the end of the day, that's what people was fearing in a sense. And Melo is he's a carbon copy of that. He just doesn't have structured basketball awareness. And when you don't have that, like you said, even when you hot, you gotta wait. You gotta find a way to win the game, and he doesn't. He found a way to lose the game. But Miles Bridges.
Oh, I was gonna get on him too. Go ahead.
My guy was a negative 28 for the plus and minus. Scored like 8 points or whatever the case. 3 for 12, 0 for 5 from the 3. like shit. I'm glad he played. Because if he didn't play, they might have would have won that goddamn game. So shout out to Miles. I appreciate your efforts. I take the one dunk that you did and everything else bad that you did for the Knicks win. I appreciate you.
Bruh, my God. You said negative 28. This man played 9 minutes and got you a negative 28. He was damn near a negative per minute, bro. Like, man, and 3 or 12, bro. Like, you know what, bro? It's time. It's time. They need to go ahead and trade Miles Bridges. Yeah, they got to. Keep Brandon Miller, keep Knuppel, and just find you, what's the name? Brenner. That's a nice thing. I don't know why he didn't start today. You know what I'm saying? They had Diabete coming out starting for them today at the center position. I don't know what's going on with that. I think they said that Ryan didn't even play in the last game. So I don't know. I think we've watched at least 5 Charlotte games.
Ryan. Let me look. 7'1".
Yeah, I'm saying he's 7, bro. Yeah, that's
a big boy.
Hey, and I think he what they say, I think he's 4th in blocks. He's 4th in blocks.
That's consistency. That's what you want. So I don't know what they working out. Maybe he doesn't work well with Melo. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, yes, I know Diabate, he's more athletic, obviously, and all these other things. But
how 7 feet. Because I don't think he's 7 feet, bro. Because I was sitting there thinking that too when the announcers brought that up, that he was starting or whatever. And I'm like, wait, but Brenner been balling.
He's 6'10". 6'10". And he looked like a 6'10". Like he looks like a 6'8" to 6'10" guy versus a straight 7+ guy. And like let's bring up Zach Edey and stuff like that. Like some of these 7-footers are starting to get it, and it's starting to play a lot better in a sense. So if you got a 7-footer, man, you gotta play him, man, because they're difference makers out here, man. They freaking 7 feet. They should be.
Yeah, I like I said, that threw me out, bro. When I found out he wasn't starting, I'm like, yo, wait, what's going on? But like I said, I'm trying to remember the last time we watched the Hornets play. I want to say it was that Atlanta game when they lost to Atlanta. That was nasty. But that was a game that Knuppel clowned in that game, though. But yeah, Charlotte got a lot of work to do, man. I don't know how their assets as far as like draft picks and all that stuff are right now for them, but they might. I know Melo's name been thrown out there. You know, it's possible, in trades and all that stuff. But let me ask you a question, bro, about him. Do you think he can be? You think he can change his game up, man, and be a contributor to a winning team? Or you think at this point he is what he is?
When you mean change his game up, like how?
Can he play structured?
No.
You don't think so?
No. He just need okay, let's
like what's a team that you say you think he can go to and it's like, okay, I think he'll play within the structure if he go here.
Miami.
I knew you were gonna say Miami, bro. That's always everybody's answer because of their culture or whatever. Bro, he can't go over there with that, man. He cannot go to Miami with that. They're not gonna accept that. You know, like he gonna have to play within the structure, bro.
So, in a way, I will say like you need a coach that's been operating for an extended period of time where he'll listen to. I think he'll listen to Steve Kerr. I think he would.
Yeah,
you know
I can see that. And where he should have went, but yeah.
Facts. So it's little stuff like that. That's what I think. He needs a team with the structure is already built, and then he can fall in line a little bit easier. I'm not even gonna mention his brother because I was thinking maybe his brother might be able to do that, but give him a structured team where the hierarchy is already in place, both with management, coaching, and all that stuff. And I think he'll be a better player. Not saying he's going to be 9 a day. He ain't going to turn into Chris Paul enough like that. But just plus 2 assists and minus 2 turnovers is a much better Melo Ball.
I 1,000,000% agree. I'm trying to think of another team while you was talking. Maybe like a yeah, he's not going to they wouldn't trade him to OKC. I don't see OKC taking him.
Not at all.
I don't think Denver would do it. Like if he went somewhere like a San Antonio or something, but I don't see them doing it either because they already got De'Aaron Fox. I'm just running teams in my head here.
We did the same thing with Trae Young.
Yeah, we did. So I heard rumors of maybe trading Trae Young in the middle straight up or whatever. I don't know, man. It's just the kid needs to. He's just he gotta play within the structure, bro. It's his shot selections and stuff. I know, after a while, like I think how long he been in the league now? 5 years, 6 years. He got drafted in 20, so yeah, about 6 years now. Like, bro, after a while, it's like you gotta get out of that mindset, man. You gotta play within the team, within the structure and stuff, man. Because like I said, you can play your teams out. Like you said, he looked good when he played. He on fire, all that. He hitting these shots or whatever. But then you got moments like this right here when the game was right there, bro. You had an opportunity, and he just, like I said, he doing that little one-on-one ill-advised step back three. Then he shooting off balance and all that type of stuff, and he's shooting a lot of jump shot where he fading left, where he fading right, and all that. It's like, come on, Melo, man, you gotta do better than that, man. But I mean, it is what it is for me. You got anything else, man? You want to add to this?
Yeah, man, it's the coach's thing. I was trying to think. So it's I think it's Miami because he can still be mellow outside of basketball because you're in Miami. Like he'll gravitate. The city will gravitate towards him. It's just he now be a little bit more leashed in a sense. And I think he'll definitely play better. It's some people like I'm hearing like Ja Morant can go there. Like very very similar situation. Very similar situation. It's just none of these players can get traded for each other. I don't want to see Ja Morant play for Charlotte and LaMelo play for Memphis because you want to get the same exact thing.
I better say what's the benefit of that?
Absolutely nothing.
Ain't nothing gonna change, right? So no, I agree. It's funny when we talk about these type of point guards. The first thing people bring up, Miami. There's a reason. But hey man, who you giving the game ball to tonight, man?
Karl Anthony Towns, man. He played very well. It's just not because of his points, but you know what I'm saying. Karl Anthony Towns, he was good on the plus minus on tip at the same time too. Was very active defensively today. It's like he heard rumors today and he said it. I'm gonna try my best to squash said rumors. I'm not saying he said it or not. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it's like he heard it, and then next thing you know,
not a coincidence, huh?
This is the Karl Anthony Towns that wins the championship. It's just it is what it is. It's just that we can't get this guy consistently. But if you're telling me that this guy shows up 4 days out the week, 5 days out the week, I'm punch the ticket now, in a sense. But Karl Anthony Towns, we live and die by. It was some threes today. I was like, yo, Karl, just don't shoot that. Don't shoot that. God damn, shot.
You know what, bro? You know, it's funny you said that because I was sitting there thinking, man, because Karl did a lot of his damage in the paint today, and he did it early, right? So I'm like, okay, Karl not selling for jump shots. He damn like you like the biggest dude on the court right now, especially when Ryan was on the bench or whatever. So it's like, yo, you starting. Like I said, you came out the gate 20-9. You're doing your damage in the paint. A lot of putbacks and all that type of stuff, bro. I'm thinking like, oh, yo, this might be the game where I'm like, okay, Karl, this is what I've been wanting you to do. Don't settle for jump shots. You're out here looking like Embiid. You're 7'80". You want to settle for jump shots the whole time. Then he kind of got comfortable. I think once he got his little rhythm or whatever, that's when he started trying to settle for a lot of them threes or whatever. So, but I mean, it's probably the most. I mean, he went 3 for 7, so it wasn't too bad. But this is one of them games, man. For me, man, like I said, this is one of them games. Like, okay, I was proud of Karl Anthony Towns today, man. He was dominant in the post today. That's what I want to see from him. Bro, the dude had 18 rebounds, man. Got you 35, 18, and 5, man. That's what you want to see from this dude. He has that kind of potential, bro. We talk about it all the time. It's just like you started playing a little soft, man, when you try to settle for jump shots or whatever, right? And I like a lot too. Like he going through contact and all that stuff, man. I know you're yelling a lot of and ones, but guess what you yelling at? You yelling when you finishing the shot. So you're not complaining to the referee, all that. You finishing your shots or whatever. Then you kind of flexing and yelling and one. That was the Karl Anthony Towns I like today. But so that's the rumor that you're hearing, though, bro. I know y'all name is out there connected to Giannis. Is that the rumor you're hearing is going to be Karl Anthony Towns for Giannis?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Brian Windhorst came out and said that that Giannis wanted to trade at the beginning of the season and it was to New York. I know that I think Shams reported that that he's going to meet with the Milwaukee's front office team yet again about the future, and now I believe he has an injury. Well, you know how the NBA go. Once you get an injury, you sitting out. You starting to talk to other teams and stuff like that. And I know that New York is probably his number one priority. I know New York is his number one destination. So what does that mean? What does that look like? Well, I believe they're trying to get rid of Kyle Kuzma too. Shout out to Milwaukee for doing that because I would do the exact same thing. Don't know why you picked him up. They're trying to set up a trade, and this is just me looking in. I'm not an insider, clearly, but from what is being reported, I guess on the rumor side,
so this from Anthony Towns,
Karl Anthony Towns and OG for Kyle Kuzma, Giannis, and maybe a draft pick in between some kind of way. And that's, if you ask any New York fan whatsoever, no one wants to see OG leave. That's the problem. If they're saying OG is on the table, I will keep the same exact team that we have. And shout out to Giannis. I wish we could have had you, but you're not worth letting go of somebody else and OG, because OG means so much to us defensively. People don't understand defense. That's just what it is. People think when it comes to defense, people think that defense is I'm gonna stay in front of my man. That's it. That's as far as a lot of people like tend to go. Like, hey, did you let your man score? No. People like OG is the same, cut from the same cloth as people like Drew Holiday. And why did Milwaukee win with Drew Holiday? Is because when you have someone else playing defense, and then now you have the rotations and things like that, they can predict the third rotation and already be there to help out the defense when it comes to stopping somebody from scoring. That's the type of plays that OG makes. OG starts the defense and then asks to get the swing, and he's already there at the third swing because he predicted that's the flow of the offense on this particular play, and he's there to try to make some type of defensive play on it. That's hard to teach. You can't teach that for everybody. Everybody doesn't have that foresight. They'll play defense that way in a sense. And that's why he means so much to us. And he's starting to get into his offensive bag this year. Like, before he was hurt, like, I thought he could have been an all-star. Well, I thought New York was going to send out 3 all-stars. Jalen, Cat, and OG was making that push to be an all-star as well, because he was doing it defensively, and he was pretty accurate from the three-point line, and he was able to drive with the free-flowing offense that we're now starting to create in a sense, right? So when you tell me that OG's on the table for that, take the deal off. Now, if you tell me that Josh Hart is on that table, then you send it and you bring Giannis in tonight. And shout out to Josh Hart. And you said so much positive about Josh Hart, and I believe every word that you say. He is a blue pale kind of a New York Knicks kind of a guy.
Oh yeah,
but he is very inconsistent, sir.
Listen. I'm not gonna argue. Like I would tell folks, man. Like you are a Knicks guy. I'm not gonna argue with you. You know, you see way more games of him than I did. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you feel like that's like the best trade, you want to, hey, we'll give you Josh Hart with that trade or whatever. I can't argue with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just picturing like a Giannis and a Jalen Brunson, bro. That'll be. Hopefully, it won't be one of them cases where like we just speaking hypothetically, of course. Mm-hmm. One of them cases where it won't be like a Giannis and how Giannis and Dame didn't fit well. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm kind of hoping. But man, the we already know what Giannis can do by himself, man. You just add him with another guy like a Jalen Brunson, man, who's commands so much attention. You know how much that's going to free up Giannis? You got Jalen who commands attention, and you got Giannis who commands attention, bro. It's gonna be a nightmare for a lot of teams on defense, man. So, I mean, listen, we talked about it on the show here before, and we kind of both predicted we didn't think that Giannis is gonna make it past this year. You know what I'm saying? Now we see that the news is starting to come out that he might not even make it past the trade deadline. So, I think wherever Giannis is going to go, I think this is going to start being a domino effect, and you're going to start seeing a Ja Morant, a LaMelo Ball, who else name been out there?
Might be Trey.
Yeah, Trey. There you go. Trey Young, something like that, right? I think in the case of Atlanta, I think they're gonna wait a little bit longer to kind of see how he meshes with the Jalen Johnson and all that type of stuff, and then probably make their decision. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, if they make, I told King the same thing. If they make a decision, I don't see them making a decision this trade deadline. It's gonna be something this off season. They're gonna make their decision on Trey Young this off season, because also too those talks of them not offering him that contract extension and all that stuff yet. You know, people already got their mind like, oh, he ain't offering the contract, maybe they don't want him. That's not how that works. It's not necessarily what that means. But Trey might be expecting a contract extension. If they don't give him a contract extension when he wants it, I could see maybe that being a factor.
It's not an accurate thing, but it also could be a precursor at the same time too. Like both things could be. Yeah. It's not a definite, but there's a little smoke in the air in a sense, right? So. That's very tough. And I honestly think the reason why everyone keeps circling around to Miami is because when you look at Miami's team, it's like you look at it like, yo, they need a point guard. Like if they get a guard, they could really damage the East in a sense. If they get one of those ones in a sense, right? So I think
not only that, BA, not only that, those point guards are looked at as like stars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Miami not only a point guard away, maybe they're also a star away.
Mm-hmm.
That team is a very good team. You throw a star, a Kawhi-ish type of star in there, bro. I can see Miami taking off. I could definitely see it, bro, because they already got the foundation. They got the defensive identity. They got the best coach in the league. I think they got all those pieces right there. You throw in a superstar-ish type player, bro, and the sky's the limit, especially in the East right now. You know what I'm saying? Where they at in the East and all that type of stuff, man. That could actually bode well for them.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see what I got for game ball, bro. I'm gonna give it to Jalen Brunson. You gave it to Carl Anthony. I'm gonna give it to Jalen Brunson. I was thinking about giving it to Yabusele though, man.
Hey, you know what, man? That might be the positive that he needs. See, you believe in positive reinforcement, Relle. I like you, man. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
He got your one rebound. What's up, bro?
Hey, man. Come on, you know what? He didn't even jump for that rebound either. So shout out to him. Shout out to him.
Oh, it's mine? Oh, okay. Appreciate you. Like, I mean, listen. Yabusele, man. He was a feel-good story, man, when he came back from the Olympics. I thought, like, okay, he gonna come back in the league and be a guy gonna be in the rotation. I ain't saying he's gonna be a fourth or fifth option and nothing. He gonna be in the rotation. Gonna probably be a second option, big off the bench or whatever. Like,
where he come from again?
One of them guys.
What country he come from?
France.
Didn't we just have a conversation about freshmen?
Yes, sir.
What's going on? There's something in the water, man. There's something in the water, man.
When he dunked on LeBron in the Olympics, everybody couldn't tell him nothing. Couldn't tell nobody nothing, man. That's why I'm like, like I said, when he played well in the Olympics, I'm like, that's another thing. You see how well he played in the Olympics? Why didn't Ricochet do that? Now you can't sit here and tell me Yabusele is the top 3 option on that team. I'm done. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take no shots. I apologize. I'm trying to.
You definitely took a shot though.
I'm trying to line it up.
I set you up for that. I gave you the gun and the bullets, so I'm glad you pulled the trigger.
Yeah, but when you said France and Yabusele, I thought to myself, hold on, bro. So you telling me he clowned in the Olympics? The Olympics. That's when they had Wemby and all them, right? Gobert and all them, right? Mm-hmm. This guy didn't have none of them on the team. I think it was the Euros or the FIBA or whatever. And he was like winning the first, second, or third option, bro. But I mean, it's what it is, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Jalen Brunson, man. Let's get to some of these questions and comments here, bro. Check it out, man. I don't know who this guy is, but he's a YouTube member. Oh, well, I'll talk about it here in a minute after the show. We get ready to close it up. But excuse me. Not Nelson says Knicks way better than the Hornets. Yeah, man, they look like it tonight. That's another thing, man. You could tell team. I think I said in playback. I think I said something like you can tell the good teams from the bad teams or something like that by the way they close out games and stuff.
They close out games. That's the first thing you go to every time.
Yep. I was like that when I seen it. And matter of fact, I know what I said. I said, "Oh, now we know why the Hornets are bad." The way they close that game out, I said that now we know why they're bad. Got talent on the team. I've said that before. They have the talent. Now, the coach is still fairly new. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that has something to do with it. But but still though, they have talent, man. Like you said, Bridges didn't show up today. What's the boy name? Melo had his moments where he just kind of just lackadaisical or whatever with the ball. Con Knuckle, we already know how good he is right now. Like I said, he's a 90-50-40 rookie. And
you think he's better with Pauls? You think he's better with the ball in his hands or just being the catch and shoot guy? He's not bad.
No, he's not. We've been trying to tell folks, man, because folks like, oh, people have this perception of him as being a catch and shoot guy. And me and Keem been trying to tell folks like, bro, he can put the ball on the floor and actually get his own buckets and create. That's what makes him in, like you heard those people say, like he's in that vein of like a Steph Curry or somebody like that, or Klay Thompson, guys who not only are shooters but are scoring shooters, right? You got like a Ray Allen who's a scoring shooter. That's what he can be. You can't be 90-50-40 and think you're just gonna be a spot-up shooter. It's not how that works. And so the guy is able to put the ball on the floor. He's able to make plays. I think right now it's from what, like I said, we've seen a few of these games, man, this year of them. From what I've seen, it looks like he don't want to step on nobody's toes. In my opinion, that's what it looks like. Because there's moments in the game where it's like, okay, he about to do something. Okay, let me swing it out to this guy so he can get it back to LaMelo over there in the corner. And let Melo do something or whatever. And it's like then he's relegated to being a guy in the corner or, like you said, a spot-up shooter or whatever. When we seen what this dude was doing, especially in them games that Melo wasn't playing, we saw what he was doing, right? But
then what you say today, girl? You said that Colin Sexton, or somebody else might have said, I don't know who said it.
Yeah, I think said Colin Sexton should have got more minutes.
Colin Sexton get a little bit more playing time. He's a little bit better. He's a little bit more solid defensively and things like that.
And play more in control. You know what I'm saying?
Play more in control. I'm not saying it's funny that you put these two teams on the times that I'm on as well, right? So we talk about Monday, we talk about Wednesday. We said both teams might have a changing of the guard, different pace, different times, but it's time for both teams to head into a different direction. It is what it is. And when I say both teams, I'm referring those that didn't watch Atlanta. In a sense, like, hey, the changing the guard is Jalen Johnson. Like, he's him. He needs to be that guy. In the sense that we're talking about it now. Shout out to Brandon Miller because Brandon Miller is still him. But Con is still he's one of the ones as well. So you tell me you got Brandon Miller, Con Knuckle, and then maybe you get one or two more pieces in the draft or whatever the case may be. That's the future. That's your future nucleus. Unfortunately, none of these things involves LaMelo Ball.
It's funny you said draft. You're going to have to draft better. Draft well. Like I said, they did good with Con. That's probably the best draft. Probably
they did good. Brandon Miller was a good hit for him too.
Sorry. My bad. I apologize. I like Brandon. Matter of fact, I was the one that was champion for Brandon Miller. Everybody was like, "Oh no, it's going to be Scoot Henderson." Kept trying to tell folks like, "Bro, y'all got to look not just, look at highlights, bro." You know what I'm saying? Don't just look at the highlights, bro. Y'all got to see what these guys can do. They can bring to that certain team, which is what I kept trying to tell folks, man. But yeah, Brandon Miller. I like Brandon Miller, like you said. Brandon Miller, Con, guys like that. Hell, Ryan, you can build around him too. those three guys right there are guys that you can use as pieces to continue to build what your future with Charlotte, bro. Charlotte got to get better decision makers in the front office, man. That's all it is. They got to do better with it. They got to listen. I've said it before too. You got these markets like a Charlotte, right? They're not New York, they're not LA and all that stuff where you can just get free agents or whatever to come to your town or whatever. So which means that you have to take the draft serious, bro. You got to take the draft serious. So which means that when you got 4 first-round picks, bro, you got to hit on at least 2. I ain't say 3. I ain't say 4. At least 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, there should be no excuse for you not to pour most of your resources and your assets into the draft, because you're not going to get a bunch of free agents like that. Now, you could probably get those like tertiary free agents, like, you know, like a Josh Hart type of guy or whatever that can fill in around your core pieces. You can probably do that, but you're not getting a Giannis. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Unless you trade for him. You're not getting a Luka or somebody, right? Which means you have to take care of the draft, bro. You got to hit on the draft. That's how you build for those. I mean,
they got they got Tony Parker. Did that count?
They got Tony Parker at, let's see, at the age of, I think he was 62. I think when he went to the Hornets. I think his birthday. He's 61. My bad.
Another freshman.
Shout out to King. Now, yeah, like I said, bro, they gotta take the draft serious, bro. Like they own their way. Like you said, Brandon Miller, you got Brandon Miller, and then you got Concanupple. That's the 2 best you had in a long time, as far as your draft decisions or whatever. So they have the pieces. They had the pieces, man. You got to make better decisions around them. Like, you gave up your 2 centers, which is fine. Like I said, you got Ryan back. You know what I mean? So, in a draft, he's a nice piece that you can use building forward. You still need maybe another big. You need some more wings. I'm sorry, Miles Bridges not it. You need some more wings.
He got to go. Yeah,
he got to go. You got to go. You need some more wings that's gonna complement guys like Brandon Miller. You know what I'm saying? Because Brandon Miller's a solid wing. You need more wings, kind of in that range. Like y'all got with Bridges and OG. You need some guys like that to kind of help with Brad Miller, man. I said Brad Miller. What's the boy name? Brandon Miller. Brad Miller used to play for the Chicago Bulls and the Kings back in the day.
Shout out to Brad Miller.
Shout out to Brad Miller, man. Yeah. One time All-Star or 2 times?
I think one. I'm just gonna go one time. I ain't gonna give it, bro.
It's safe to say one. Pasquale, man, he says LaMelo was absolutely on fire. The momentum was wiped out, though. Yeah, said the ISO was fine, but the next time down the court was too quick of a decision. Yeah, you probably talking about that one man where he did that dang ISO over the top of the key 3. It's one of those cases.
He said it was too quick of a decision. I'm laughing in my head because he knew that decision as soon as that previous shot went in. He knew what he was going to do as soon as he got the ball.
And you know what? Is that the same play? I think somebody was coming to set the pick and he waved him off. And then it's when I think Khan came and set the pick off. He rolled off the screen. I'm thinking he finna throw it back to him, and he was like, "Nah, let me just hold on. Let me just." I'm like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "It's one of those cases where it's like you cringe, like no. And if you make the shot, you're like, okay.
You know who I blame?
Who that?
Now, those that don't know, T-Mac is my favorite player.
Yeah.
But that 13 and 32, 13 points in 32 seconds.
32 seconds. Yep.
Is what everybody when they catch fire just a little bit, they say, "Yo, I got enough to win the game." That's why most of these dudes don't ever pass the ball. Most of these dudes, when they get hot to that level, look, you might as well join and hold your hand out. I got it.
How did you get that hot though? You were playing like a 2-man game, ball was moving, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. That's what got you in. You didn't do that with you doing the 85 dribble at the top of the key and doing a step back, and then you shooting it. Not only did you do a step back, you was off balance and you did the step back, and you made the shot even more difficult for you to the point if they could barely hit the front of the rim. I'm like, bro, come on, man. It's crazy to me, man. But like I don't like when I see teams who like in that position where it's like, yeah, you're already a team that's been losing. You're in that position to finally get a win and then you shoot yourselves in the foot, bro. I hate that, man. It's like a pet peeve of mine. But we gonna see, man. Let's see what else you got here, man. Pasquale says, Cat certainly read the post. He talking about what you was talking about with the whole Giannis thing. Yeah, I didn't even hear that part, bro. That's crazy, man. It would make sense if they do make a trade. It would have to probably be Cat if that's the case. But
That's the only way it's gonna work out.
yeah, it's always gonna work.
I mean,
I don't think it's gonna be
I
fair.
won't say that. I won't say that. There is a way to have Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Giannis on the same team, but then everybody else gets gutted out, and then we don't want that.
Man.
New York already been through something similar to that. We don't want
You
that.
said Melo. You said Melo.
Melo. It is what it is. Shout out to Melo, but they let Melo and that whole Brooklyn thing get to their head a little bit. I don't think Melo was ever going to go to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? But that was Brooklyn when Darren Williams and all. So we got to remember the time period.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? But if you would have told me that Melo just wait to the offseason, Melo.
Wait 6 months, bro.
Wait to the offseason, Melo. It'll have been you, Gallinari, Wilson Chandler. That's a whole different team than what he got there with Amari Stoudemire. Oh, man. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But, yes, for this particular thing, Karl Anthony Towns definitely read the post. He sure did.
Dad says, man, we lost to Brooklyn. We suck. And he said we lost to the Pelicans. And he said, I can't watch Charlotte. Hey, Dez, real quick, let us know who your team is. Who's your team that lost to those teams? See, we got up here, man. Thunder is Sooner in the building. He says, what do you think about the Thunder? The Thunder are damn good, man.
You know, I think Draymond gave him one of the biggest endorsements I've seen in quite some time, because he compared this OKC team to his heyday Warrior squad. Yeah, when he talked about you got your leader, you got your secondary guy, you got your role players. Everybody understand their roles. They look like they respect each other. They look like they're having fun. Like no one wants to hit another person in the eye. You know, I don't think he said that, but that's what I was hearing when he was talking. Right. So as a result, they have everything that you want as a franchise, and it's going to be very tough to take them out, man. So yes, I think they're one of the best teams in quite some time. They had one of the best franchises in quite some time, and whatever they messed up with KD, Westbrook, and Harden, well, they're redeeming themselves right now.
Listen, I'm gonna say this: the Thunder are the one team that's found a way to maneuver in this CBA era, where this era of the whole not a lot of super teams anymore in this era, because how teams are now constructed, where you got the two thresholds now for the cap situation now, where you can't go over the second threshold. If you do, you're gonna be penalized, all that type of stuff. You got more of we're paying our superstars and everybody else gets the scraps type of mentality now. They're built to last a long time in this new CBA until they re-up the new CBA or whatever. They're built for it. The fact that they have the youngest squad in the league, everybody is under contract, friendly contracts. In fact, they got their 3 guys paid along with the other younger guys who hadn't made to their second contract yet, or are lower paid, so they fit perfect within that window. Then the fact that they got a front office that knows how to construct a team. Then on top of that, the fact that you got assets on top of assets on top of assets on top of assets 20 years later, on top of assets as far as your draft picks. The Thunder can go out. Oh, go ahead.
One last thing. We have to show all love to those Clippers boys, the same Clippers that just dismissed CP3. They made all this happen. Yeah. We're not going to act like they didn't make all this happen. They try to say, don't you let that boy Shea go to them. They said, keep Shea here. It is what it is, man.
Supposedly, I think what they said, Doc wanted him to stay over there. He wanted to keep Shea. Yeah, he wanted to keep him. But yeah, like I said, listen, if the Thunder really wanted to, they can get anybody they want in the league, bro. They really do. They can get anybody they want in the league. They got the draft pick, they got the draft capital, and they got the young talent. They can get anybody they want.
And I forget what team they have a deal with, but I just seen a report. They can get a top 5 draft pick.
Oh, I did see that. What was it? Damn, what was it, bro? I saw that today too. I was like, it was I know they got the Clippers. It was somebody else in this same draft, bro. They got a chance to have 2 top. Was it Sacramento?
It might have been. I'm trying to Google it now.
Look that up real quick, bro. God, what you said, I forgot about that. I heard that today, bro. I'm like, yo, are you serious? These dudes got a chance to get like 2 top 5 picks, bro. In this draft is considered a generational draft, kind of like the 83 draft, the 2003 draft, the 96 draft.
I told you it's about the Clippers. This was from the Paul George joint. The Clippers clearly are trash right now.
Yes.
And the OKC are projected to have a top 5 pick in the 2026 draft as they hold the unprotected Los Angeles Clippers first round pick in 2026. This pick is the result of the 2019 trade that sent Paul George to the Clippers.
Who was the other team, though? It was one more team.
This is all I got when it came to that. I just saw that one. I didn't know they had 2.
I gotta find that video, bro. I watched that today, and I'm like, 'cause I remember I was driving, bro, and I heard that. And I think I was sitting in the light, and I was like, what the hell? They got they pick too? I'm like, yo, what? This ain't even fair, bro. Like, these dudes can literally run the table for the next like 10 years, bro. And that's not even a figurative thing I'm saying. They can literally do that. That dudes are still young. Like I said, they're still able to maneuver their roster, bro, to where it's like, okay, we don't have to sign this guy back. We got another guy lined up right behind you who's still in a rookie contract, while also having their draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
And they did all this. They went 21-1 without the homeboy Jalen Williams. Like, they don't even have the number 2. And they went 21-1. He just played
the last game, and then guess what? He came back, and then Hartenstein's out now, and they still won. Like, it's
nasty work.
I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's that Sam Presti is a shoe-in to win Executive of the Year, bro. I don't think that's a question. Like, it's his to lose. If he say I don't want it, that's how somebody else gonna win it. Like, it ain't no way. He got it, bro. He got Executive of the Year. That's crazy, man. He dude got 155 first-round picks coming up, bro. Like, this is crazy. The Clippers, what this whole situation gonna go down as one of
the worst trades ever.
Like, I don't want to say trade. This is like the whole situation is gonna be like studied and talked about for years to come. This one move might have just created a dynasty, bro. It's kind of like how the Red Sox created the New York Yankees, right? Where they rattled off like a gajillion, World Series championships and stuff like that, right? Or the fact that who was it? Did Atlanta have a chance to get Bill Russell? And they just like, you know what? We trade him to Boston, and Boston, rattling off 11 championships in like 13 years.
That was Red Auerbach, and he knew what he was getting. He knew what Bill Russell was.
It might be one of them situations, bro. Like, we look back on this like 20 years down the line, bro. They're gonna still be talking about this, man. Especially the way that the Clippers are collapsing right now, bro. They're gonna be talking about this for a while, man. This is crazy. Especially if saying OKC wins another championship here, man. This is like, yo, we're gonna be talking about this for a minute, man. But that's just crazy to me. But hey, shout out to Sam Presti, man. Thunder also says, where would you rank the Thunder right now with the other NBA teams in the past? Come back to us, Thunder, when at the end of the year. Like, if they win another championship, we might have to start having a conversation. Because I think they'll be the first team to win a back-to-back since
Golden State.
The Thunder. Golden State. I keep saying Thunder. Yeah, Golden State. And then before that was probably
Miami.
The Heat. Yeah, the Heat. Yeah. So, yeah. Because then, like, once you start getting them back-to-backs, then you're in a different conversation. So, yeah, come back to us, man. They get a championship, you might have to have a conversation. I'm not gonna even lie to you.
It's not a mic. They will be.
Yeah, it's gonna be a conversation. Pasquale says I see similarities in Ball and D'Lo. Jesus, man. He said I'd rather have Ball, but they are pure scorers. They see bucket and Ball is up. He said they need to be coached into a system in those moments. My recent observation, man, that's crazy, bro.
I push back on poor scores. I don't think they're poor scores. They are volume scores, in my opinion. Volume scores ain't KD is per, right? Joe Johnson, he's per, right? Like, I don't need a lot of shots, and I'm still gonna give you 20 points tonight. Like, don't worry about it. Pencil that in. That's to me, that's per. So I'm not knocking what you're saying. It's just like those dudes that you just mentioned, like they need to shoot a lot. and then hopefully they end up with a decent percentage at the end of the day. I don't think that's a per score in my opinion.
So pretty much like 24 points. Oh, they got to take 24 shots to make 24 points.
That's not pure to me.
It's not pure. That's not pure at all. But no, I agree though. He also says Thunder could get the number 1 draft. That's crazy, and win a championship.
Yeah.
That's gonna
top
be
5. Boozer, Peterson, AJ. Like there's some, like this is supposed to be one of those better drafts, unlike the the last year in the sense, right? This is supposed to be one of those ones. So, man, we might see the how you do it right. I say that to say when Golden State, I know we were talking about Golden State a lot. When they had that ability to have they had the number 2 pick. And they got
Wiseman,
right? Instead of getting Ball, and we talking about changing and stuff like that, Ball would have got into that culture, right? He would have been Jordan Poole, but maybe a little bit more under control. Who knows? In a sense, like who knows? But you would have had that guy to keep this thing rolling for the next 2 to 3, 4 years after that. Like that's one of those marks. Detroit, when they messed up and not drafted Melo in a sense, right? Like there's times where you see teams like, you messed up on that one. So this is going to be, if it pans out, and I don't think we see Clippers going on no 20-game scoring run or nothing like that, right?
Sure.
They're going to have that top 5 pick, just penciling in, and we're going to see if it's one of those ones that hurt the franchise or one of the ones that put them, they so far ahead of everybody we can't catch them.
Hold on. So, but let me ask you this, though. With his track record, do you trust Sam Presti to make the right pick or not to make the right pick?
I trust him to make the right pick. I don't trust him to manage. Well, he's doing a much better job at managing picks. That was his problem. He couldn't manage the stars once he got them. Right. We know he had KD, Russ, Harden, and the power forward. Help me out. Serge Ibaka.
Yeah.
They went with Ibaka over Harden. Now, why? Because we need a big. We need someone that can stretch the floor. Ibaka was having a high percentage on that playoff run and stuff like that. No, James Harden was playing point guard. He was helping you win those games.
Yeah, fourth quarter too.
Right. They messed that up, right? So I believe he learned from that. Why? Because he already signed everybody. He needed to sign. So that's him learning from the past mistakes.
We also need to give credit to the coach. This is not me being a prisoner in the moment. I didn't think that Scott Brooks was a great coach. I think he was an okay coach. I didn't think he was a great coach. But that's my opinion on that. But yeah, they got a good coach now over in OKC. You know what I'm saying? So see what we got here. John with the salute. What's up, man? Salute. He says Presti is king. Yeah, man. Presti definitely winning executive of the year. I don't think there's any question. Like, you know how they wait till the playoffs start telling you who won awards? Just go ahead and give it to them right now. Just go ahead and say who got the award right now. I think it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. Donna said Red Sox trade Babe to the Yankees for money for a musical.
I think it was like $100K or something crazy like that. I don't even think it was a lot. All things considered.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Listen. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. Rocking with it for another one, man. Like I said, got BA here, man. Cover for King. We definitely appreciate you, man. Listen, if you guys are new to the channel and all them good things, man, you're into the NBA content. We definitely could use your support here, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and all that good stuff. We'll be back here. I'll be back here on Friday morning with the members. But let me go ahead and let some of the people know. I know some people's hitting us up on Twitter and wondering why they can't, they couldn't watch certain things. Or I thought they got kicked off of the membership. So I think King already explained this already. We started over the membership is now cheaper now. We dropped the price here on the membership, and we added a membership over on Playback too. All right, so that's why we dropped that price down on over here, guys. So if you were a member, you want to continue to be a member, go ahead and hit that membership. Like I said, it's cheaper now than it was. I think it started this month. So I know a lot of people are asking that question or whatever. So yeah, you go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that join button and all that stuff, man, and become a member again. We'll have a show on Friday, man. I'll be rolling solo dolo. Friday morning, man, with the members. Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Might have some stuff to talk about Friday morning. There's been a lot of news dropping today. So, like BA just said too, man, talking about that Giannis news and all that stuff. Chris Paul got cut. Clipper just cannot get out their own way, man. It's just crazy.
It's over. It's over for them.
Yeah, it's over. Man, I was watching a video earlier, bro. They was questioning Steve Ballmer, is he a good owner? I'm like, Jesus, man, he got to that point now, huh? But
I think it's because of the scandal.
Yeah, the scandal definitely don't help. It definitely don't help. So yeah. But yeah. Matter of fact, hold on, bro. Yeah, get that person out of here. Anyway, but yeah. So, but guys, go ahead and do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Join us here if you're into NBA content. We do conversations like this and stuff all the time, man. We do post games and stuff for the different teams. So you guys can follow us here for that. Hit that like button for us tonight. Like I said, if you want to become a member again, guys, for the guys guys and ladies who are members of the channels of our channel, go ahead and hit that join button again, guys, and join me here on Friday morning. King should be back on Monday, y'all, when we get ready to start back up for Monday. Also got a special announcement to make too, man, y'all. We're gonna let y'all know here on Monday for that too, y'all. So be here Monday for that. I'm pretty excited for this. But yeah, be here Monday for that too, guys. We're gonna have a special announcement for y'all on Monday when King gets back. So BA, man, is there anything you want to add before we roll, man?
Nah, man, like I said, just trying to fill in. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the lookout. Appreciate y'all listening to my Knicks fandom. Y'all just saw a sample of what you're going to see come June. You feel me? When we hold that when we hold that Larry O.B. up.
You know what? I was trying to make it, man. I really do. I've been picking y'all for the last 2 years, man, to make it, man.
No, don't do that. You shouldn't do that. But this is the time now. So no, man, just appreciation, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate the family for letting me fill in for a little bit. Shout out to King, man. I know you're having a ball right now. Shout out to the family.
Oh, man, got to do this too. Follow us on our other channel, man. Me and BA got another channel, Cause We Geeked, where we talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Man, we got a lot to talk about Saturday, man. What'd you send me? What'd you send us earlier? BA forgot.
About the Avengers.
Yeah, about the Avengers teams. We're gonna talk about that. Supergirl has some news that dropped and all that. We're gonna talk about that. It was something else I think that dropped here.
And, it's not just geek culture, Eve. I know that's how we kind of spark it all. But Welcome to Derry. I won't necessarily say that's particularly geek culture. That's more the horror based family and stuff like that. So please come on. We talk about we cover a lot of bases, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Video game, movies, all that stuff, man. So y'all come over there and join us for that. We're gonna talk about that on Saturday. We have our shows every Tuesday evening, Saturday mornings for those who want to join us for over there, man. Also too, follow King, BA, Trav, Queen, and sometimes Devin. Follow them over there on We Talk Combats. Also too here on YouTube. They have shows every Sunday evening around 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, man. So y'all can follow them over there. They talk about the WWE. They talk about boxing, MMA, all that type of stuff, man. If y'all into that, y'all can follow them over there too. Also follow BA over on Get Off the Damn Fence.
I just came off of that show. I just came from that show to this show. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So Get Off the Damn Fence. Y'all can follow them over here on YouTube as well, man. So there you go, man. Oh, also hold on. Let me see. Got one more question. Thunder says, what do you think about Michael Jordan's suing, I think, NASCAR or some car race brand? Oh, I didn't hear about that.
I ain't hear about that either.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that, man.
Though. Shout out to MJ, man. Get your coin up, baby.
Yeah, but say I know he got a NASCAR team or whatever, man. I didn't even know. You taught me something, Thunders. I did not know, man. That's what's up. But I'm gonna have to look into that. Surprised I didn't get a alert from Bleacher Report or something. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. And then Pasquale said, "Welcome to Derry, dope." Yeah, man, it's pretty good. 2 more episodes left. Come on over there, Pasquale, to Cause We Geek, man. We're gonna be talking about that for sure. We talk about it every Tuesday.
Because it come on
Sunday. Yeah, so we talk about it on. We had an episode on Tuesday. We talked about it. So we got 2 more episodes. We're gonna talk about them on the next 2 Tuesdays. So yeah, join us for that, man. But yeah, man, listen, with all that being said, man, it's your boy Relle of Cap and Crown. Like I said, King will be back here on Monday. Appreciate BA, man, for joining me here, man. Be back here. Members, I'll see y'all on Friday morning, man. Everybody else, I'll see y'all on Monday. No Cap and Crown. I ain't got nothing crazy, man. But listen, I'm gonna trade. I think LaMelo is on par right now. If you think about it, he in Charlotte. It's in North Carolina. You know who else was from North Carolina? Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's from New York, sir. Don't do that.